Hi, everyone. We're live. Welcome to our webinar about the top Magento extensions for merchandisers. Let's give people a little bit of time to trickle in here. Okay, so just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Courtney. I'm a fairly new face for anybody that's been watching these webinars before, part of the Bridgeline marketing team. Jeremy, Erwin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, go ahead, Jeremy.
Hi, everybody. Jeremy LaDuque. Excited to be here, talk about Magento. It's an amazing platform. If you're here and you're on Magento, that's great. We've got some great things to talk about to help you improve your sites.
Erwin here, Erwin Siegel. I'm with the company for about 10 years now, specializing in helping online retailers just like you to increase their conversion rate and revenue. So I'm really excited to share the topics that we have today with you.
Great. And before we get started, just don't forget to click like and subscribe on our Celebros YouTube channel so that you are able to see any update that we have, any new video that we come out with. If we're ever randomly going live, you'll get an alert so you can see all the great content that we're about to come up with. That said, I'm going to go ahead and bow out and let you guys take over. So good luck.
All right. All right, so we're going to cover 5 topics today. And specifically, we are going to make recommendations for the best Magento apps and extensions for your store. So some of the apps that you will see today and the recommendations you may recognize and some maybe not. But we have carefully selected them. So they all serve 3 things. One is traffic, conversion, and AOV, or average order value. So we're going to cover the topic number 1 is customer security and engagement, which I will just quickly say something about it. So Fastly's Content Delivery Network, or CDN, is all about control and reliability. It delivers faster sites and apps, broadcasts videos in the highest quality, and it gets real-time visibility, all in an agile API-first platform. So Fastly is being used throughout thousands of stores. They're very easily integrated into your Magento site. And it helps basically to increase traffic. It helps you SEO. It helps you load time. And just, of course, you may know CDN in general. It just helps your images, your product images, and everything else to load much faster. Doesn't matter where on the planet someone is browsing your store, which is quite interesting because studies have shown that a fast load time of your page directly influences conversion rate. So if you have a slow page, conversion rate drops. If you have a faster page, it rises. So that's about Fastly. So let's see what Fastly customers are saying. We have selected 2 of these ratings or reviews. Fastly has 5-star ratings on Magento Marketplace, which is quite good. You can get better. And also, it has some great customer recommendations. So I've researched some of them on Magento Marketplace, but also on other rating and reviews sites. So this is our recommendation for the CDN extension. All right, so Jeremy, take away list track.
Yeah, thanks, Erwin. I want to go back. Can you go back for me really quick here? I want to set one thing stage. Go back to the eCommerce 360 image.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to point out to everybody, Erwin touched on the fact that everything we're talking about today is in traffic, conversion, and AOV, and we call that eCommerce 360, right? Because we have a belief here that in order to grow your store, right, you either need to drive traffic, conversion, or AOV, right? When you add those things up, those are the things that add up to you growing your store. And we'll touch on this here at some point, but we ourselves have apps in all the different marketplaces out there. And so a lot of the recommendations that we're giving here, you know, not only come from just great apps that we know about, but also apps that our customers, that we know help our customers along with what we offer. Obviously, our customers have a lot of other partners and we see a lot of these apps. So go ahead forward. Fastly, I just wanted to mention, I know for our customers, the big reasons I've seen customers go with a CDN like Fastly is really, I mean, there's three big reasons. One, you're growing really fast, right? So your traffic alone is demanding that you get out onto the edge. Two, you've got huge traffic spikes, right? So for some reason you have just huge spikes. That's another great reason. Or three, you're starting to go global, right? So getting to the edge is getting more and more difficult for you. So I think those are some of the big reasons we see customers go with CDNs.
Yeah, that's great.
ListTrack, I love ListTrack. I don't know if everybody knows that ListTrack's been around a long time, and they've been a partner of ours for a few years now. But they've been around a long time, and the great thing about ListTrack is they work with over 1,000 retailers. So they've got quite an amazing client base and background. And so what ListTrack does, and I personally, I think email marketing is one of the most underrated things out there. I think we've all seen the data every year. It comes out that you've got to do better email marketing, right? And that's really at its core what ListTrack is offering, is engaging, personalized email marketing, right? So think about like the ability to create personalized email campaigns based on previous purchase history, right? That's the combination of using ListTrack inside of Magento, right? Pulling those two applications together, you can now share the data between them, and you can personalize your email marketing from all the data that you have in Magento. So that's one of the big reasons we like it. And the other is that somebody like ListTrack is a partner that we're in active communications with about things like sharing data. You're going to hear a little bit in a little bit here about the fact that we have a search plugin, right? So that means we're watching people's behavior on your store, right? And we're providing the search results from search queries. Well, that's a lot of incredible data as well. And so we are working with partners to share that data with them so that they can also use that to personalize their apps. So those are some of the reasons that we love recommending ListTrack.
All right, great. Jeremy, you want to comment on the customers' feedback about ListTrack?
Oh yeah, I mean like I said, 100 reviews, 1,000 customers. I mean, they've got the 4.5 stars. So when we went out, everybody, we went. Not only do we know these companies, but obviously we made sure that that they were solid on the Magento App Exchange. And as you can see, I mean, these guys are doing really well, and people love them for some of the reasons that we were just talking about.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at our second topic, which is review marketing. And the first one that we want to present here is ATalk. It's pronounced ATalk, Google reviews. So obviously, reviews in an online store, it just helps building trust between your customers and your brand. And if you don't have any reviews, then you're also typically ranked lower in Google search results. So having ATalk Google reviews on your Magento side brings great benefits with them. So this extension helps your traffic and conversion, as mentioned, but also it motivates your customers to review your online store. So that means they are engaged in your online store. They get reminded by ATalk to just write a review after they make a purchase on your site. So they will then more likely write a review about your store. So this is something that all adds up to increasing traffic and conversion rate. So because if a site has a good review and a high rating, obviously it gets recommended, it gets boosted in SEO results as well. So some of the reviews that we see here about talk is that their customers are very happy. It has also exact 5 stars, so the maximum. It is easily integratable into Magento, but also other platforms. So if some of you are not from Magento, but are still interested in these plugins, obviously they can be, many of them also implemented in any platform, or some of them are even platform agnostic. So you can implement them in any shop system. All right, so Jeremy, why don't you take away the Trustpilot here?
Yeah, and Erwin, that's a really great point that you make. That if you're not on Magento today, or if you're thinking of moving, obviously we have customers who have been with us for years, and they've made the big decision to move to a different platform. Obviously, a lot of these are on other platforms. We do happen to have a lot of customers on Magento, which is why we were focusing on that today. So Trustpilot, similar to what Erwin was just talking about, customer reviews, absolutely critical. But Trustpilot, think of Trustpilot as more kind of akin to like a Capterra or a G2. But the thing we love about Trust is that you'll notice here on the left, on the right side in the images, is that this isn't just business reviews, it's product reviews. And that's pretty neat, right? So with Trustpilot, you do have to go get an account directly with Trustpilot. And then that account is what actually you go into the Magento App Store and you sign up to. I think the app itself is free in the App Store, but that's because it's tied to an account that you have directly with Trustpilot. And then you're able to feed the data from Trustpilot into Magento. But it's not just business reviews, it's product reviews. And you'll see here, it's not just the star rating itself for a specific product, but you can actually even get further into detail about the price, quality, value, things like that. So we thought that was pretty neat, because just like reviews for your business are really powerful, as you can imagine, that's similarly when you're looking at a product specifically on your site and you've got reviews for it, it's just as powerful, and it increases conversion just as much.
Yeah. Actually, Trustpilot is also a very well recognized brand, so it's probably not the first time that you hear this. So if you haven't tried it yet, so go out. We really recommend to try it out, and it will bring basically great benefit to your overall e-commerce experience. Right. So here are some of the things that Trustpilot customers are saying, which you can also see. It has 4.5 stars on Capterra. Customers are typically very satisfied with the technology. And yeah, so Jeremy, do you want to add something?
Oh, no, just that I mean, if you've ever worked with a review solution, we find it amazing that once, as soon as you install it, it's great. Your reviews really do shoot through the roof. And that's always exciting to see that. So as you can see here, one of the reviews is indicating that here.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to our third stage here. Automate your marketing campaigns. So this is something that is, I think, crucial for every e-commerce store, to automate as much as possible. Because if you don't automate, you're constantly sweating and toiling, and that's something that there are limitations to how much you can do, and you don't want to work 18 hours a day. So that's why just try automate everything that's possible to automate. We're going to talk also later on about the sellable search plugin that's available for Magento and every other platform, which pretty much takes over also it's self-learning. But here about remarketing that I want to quickly highlight. It offers custom branding and personalization. So it has performance reports and A/B testing capability, which is great. So you want to see which campaigns are more successful, and then focus on that, optimize the more successful one, do again A/B testing, and so on. It also helps maximize the value of every customer, and it decreases acquisition cost and increases sales. So it does a lot of things for just one plugin. When you think about one extension, one app in your store, it does quite a lot in that area. It increases sale basically through dynamic personalization, as I mentioned, through advanced segmentations, through custom campaigns, and also it has instant marketing recommendations and email performance tracking. So here's a handful of great, powerful features that Remarketing has and can take care of. So this is something also that's very easy to implement into your store. So that's why we have selected Remarketing as well. You could notice that for some topics, we have selected more than one technology, because there's great technologies out there, great apps, and some of them are basically really tied with their competition. And Remarketing is, of course, not the only one in this field, but when I have did my research and also saw sites that are using Remarketing, it really stood out. So let's look at what customers are saying about Remarketing. 4.6 stars on Capterra. According to the customers, it's cost effective. So we don't want to talk specifically about costs here in this reviewing these e-commerce technologies. So we want to highlight the features and usability and how their customers feel about that and what it can do for your store. So it's, but here we can read it. It's very cost effective. The other review is also it's a huge improvement in ROI from email marketing. So that's some great testimony here. All right, let's go to stage 4. Make Magento easier for your non-developer team members. So as you could imagine, marketeers are oftentimes not really great in coding. That's okay. Not everybody has to know everything. But this is something that is really vital, because you don't always want to rely on your IT department, on your maybe third-party integrators to do some work on your site. So some of the stuff that you want to just really take control of and have an easy to use app to, for example, like in this one, to create blocks. So Block Pro by Amnesty is something that really stood out for creating blog pages. You can create blog posts in a few clicks with a user-friendly editor. So you can increase engagement. It basically causes your customers' engagement to increase. And with Block Pro, you can also add multi-level category tree. So if you don't know what that means, multi-level category trees, it's basically your taxonomy. Oftentimes it has 2, 3, 4, sometimes layers, and you can create 3D tags on those on the category tree. It also allows your visitors to deep dive into any subject. And so this is something great, because it allows your basically your visitors to engage with your content. So what else? You can even add related products to any blog post. So this is great. This is something that I really thought this is great, because to connect blog posts with your products on your site is something that I feel many times on online stores, it's pretty much detached the one from the other. So, but just imagine you have great blog posts written up, it's ranking high in Google search results, and then your customers get to your blog pages, they read through them, but then they leave again. So all you cost them is just become smarter, but they didn't really buy anything from you. So, but indirectly, you have to also offer your products that go well with the blog post, with the topic of the blog post. So this is something that I thought it's quite amazing. It also lets your visitors share your blog posts on social media, which obviously is something that takes off a huge load from you as well in terms of manually posting everything on social media. So here you can easily, your customers can just, or your visitors can read the blog, share it on social media, and then right away it amplifies the reach. If you have tried Blog Pro by MST before and you didn't like it for some reason, you can also try an alternative called Magifan. I assume it's pronounced Magifan, which you can try it as well. So that's, in my opinion, not as great as Blog Pro, but you can check that out as well. So here's some reviews about this app. You can see also here that the feedback that we're receiving from their customers are that it suits big and small companies. So they cover pretty much a wide range, which means also they have affordable pricing for small and medium customers as well. All right, so so let me talk also about WordPress and Magento integrations. I'm not sure if this is something that you have come across. It's delivered by Fishpig. Yeah, the company name is called Fishpig. You can go to fishpig.co.uk and read more about it. It has great features. It basically replaces your Magento CMS with your WordPress. WordPress obviously is the champion in CMS, and it allows you to do the intertwining between WordPress and Magento. So that means you can easily create your WordPress pages and just display it on your Magento side. You can find examples also on GitHub. Magento WordPress integration is easy. It's really easy to integrate and to do blog marketing for e-commerce store. So if you're interested in something like that, you basically were always wondering, how can I combine my WordPress with my Magento store? This technology, this app is a really great solution. It has great ratings as well, 4.95 stars. Again, the customer feedback that I've seen here is extensions is easy to install. Very easy way to add extra features to Magento. So basically, the word easy, when you look at this page, it appears 3 or 4 times, which is great. So it's a cool solution for blogs inside your Magento shop, says this user. All right, so let's go to the 5th and final stage here. Leverage your product catalog to boost conversions. So boosting conversions, of course, you can boost conversions using many different ways. There's there's so many technologies, so many apps that claim to boost your conversions. But I want to talk about a technology that I'm very familiar with, which is Servos AI Search. So as mentioned earlier at the beginning, that I'm with the company already for over 10 years. And the reason why it's been already over 10 years, because I think it's really great technology. This is such a great experience to see so many online customers that we have that increase their online revenue using our technology. So Servos is a proven technology. The results can be backed up and shown using Google Analytics. So I really like to go into Google Analytics of our customers and to do some pull out some stats and see how the numbers have changed. And it's sometimes the increase in conversion rate or increase in revenue coming through the search is so great that it's almost unbelievable to share with others because they wouldn't believe it. But here are some features that the Servos platform, call it platform, but it's actually a Servos technology that can be integrated into any shop platform. So some of them is like listed here: NLP, natural language processing search, advanced autocomplete, guided navigation, meaning you can connect your category pages with the Servos engine as well. So you not only serve now your visitors that do use the search, because that's probably most likely the smaller part of your overall visitors that use the search box, but now your category pages can also be powered by the Servos engine, which is a great advantage because now you can do merchandising on your category pages as well. You can utilize the machine learning and AI on your category pages to intelligently rank products based on trends, based on relevancy, based on popularity. And it also has a dynamic merchandising engine, as mentioned, product recommendations, which is a great tool as well. It increases average order value, as mentioned before by Jeremy and by myself, that we are all about here in this webinar, talking about three things: increasing conversion rate, increasing traffic, and increasing the average order value. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later as well. So we have search analytics, AI, machine learning, instant NLP search. What that means here with instant NLP search, NLP standing for natural language processing, you could see it here in this just few seconds example, typing here slowly so you could follow here search results as they update. So I'm searching here for red dresses in size 10 without cutouts. So I specifically write the words without cutouts to demonstrate to you that the search engine not only understands what to return based on the context of the search query, but also which items then to exclude from the search results, which is quite amazing. I haven't seen a search technology that understands human language to such an extent as this search technology. I want to add also here the cerebral search technology works totally different than typical search that is text-based. Cerebral search is not first and foremost a text-based search, but it's a concept-based search. Just imagine concept-based. You can also replace the word concept with like context-based. So it looks at the context of what your customers are looking for, and it delivers results. The results are not only coming back on the search results, but also already as you start typing, your customers start typing a word into the search box. They're looking for product, and here instantly, without any delay, you have recommendations, both query recommendations, but also product recommendations. And they're very, very fast. You could see they're coming back basically in no time. Jeremy, did you want to add something?
I just wanted to add on the last slide and on this one, you're demonstrating instant search, which, we have, I think it's getting more and more popular, but a lot of new customers that we bring on still stay with the traditional, right? Which is an autocomplete occurs in the box itself as you start to type. But then you still have to hit return in order to end up on a search results page, which shows you those results. But we did introduce instant search not too long ago, and we definitely have customers starting to adopt that.
Yeah, exactly. So instant search is, it's basically a really fast search. The search results are coming back before you even finish typing. And I want to also talk about another topic. So now this is demonstrating in a short use case how the cerebral machine learning can increase your revenue, right? So it uses the user behavior, and it tracks each search term, and it ranks products automatically for you. So it looks at trends and everything. So in this use case, let's say 6,500 users are searching for red bikinis. The first product in the search results obviously are seen by all of them. The conversion rate of the first item, if you look here on the left, it's 0.15%, which translates into that revenue that you see there. So now on page 4, on the right side, on page 4, you have one item that has only been seen by 700 of your shoppers, which is not unusual because not many users go to page 1, 3, or 4 even, but it has a relatively high conversion rate. So this product on page 4 has a conversion rate of 1%. So now what you do, what the machine learning and AI does with this information, and it's just a simple example, it can become much more complicated, but just this simple example, taking one search term, taking 2 products, and just following the trail. So look at here what happens next. Cerebral machine learning recognizes that the product on page 4 is better when it's pushed to the top of the search results. So this is what we have done here in this animation. product on page 4 is now on page 1, has been seen by 6,500 shoppers. This is how many times it has been searched for red bikinis. Conversion rate, if it remains the same as on page 4, which we can assume, 1%, it translates into much higher revenue, as you could see, almost tenfold. And now here, the product that was on page 1 before has been pushed a little bit down because it has a lower conversion rate. And now when you combine the revenue of those 2 products only, you could see how big of a difference it makes in your overall revenue. So it's jumped in this case here about 4 times almost, right? So it makes a big difference. And again, we looked at just 1 search term and 2 products. And this is quite amazing.
Yeah. Erwin, I should describe this as you jump into merchandising. I like to break it down into 3 areas, right? What you just demonstrated is our machine learning, right? So you've got automated machine learning occurring, where the Celebros engine is understanding your products. Right. On top of that, we're now going to talk about merchandising, which is basically forcing what you want into the system because you have knowledge. So let's call that, human intelligence, right? We've got machine intelligence here. We've got human intelligence here. And this is you in the back end. And then touch on too, on top of that, of course, there's knowledge engineering. Like we do have some customers where, they might have just a very unique situation where upon implementation, we can also work with you on unique situations that might require more than just this here merchandising, more than our automated machine learning. We actually have to work with you on an implementation that takes into consideration your unique, business and business practices and add some business logic that is specific to you.
Yeah, about the product ranking, that's a good point, Jeremy. Product ranking is so broad. You can bring in existing KPIs that you have in terms of ranking globally all your search results and on products on your category pages as well. But then you have the machine learning and AI. But now what you see here on this screen, that you will have also the option to manually handpick products for specific search terms or category pages, not only search results pages, but also category pages you can merchandise. It's really easy to do. Again, you don't have to be a programmer. You don't need to know how to code. Just put in the search query that you want to work on and drag and drop the products to the top. So this is comparable with the Google paid ads, right? So even if you have multiple brands and one of your suppliers wants to promote their own product for a specific search term, keyword, that's a possibility. So that's totally up to you. All right, so let's take a few, I would say maybe a minute to recap some of the things that we have seen here. And I want to give you a few tips, which I've seen in many of our customers and also other sites that are just struggling with or have struggled before they have got some consultation about their usability. So obviously there's a lot more to say about usability, and it's such a broad term, a big topic, and so many things can be done in order to improve the usability of your site. But some simple ones I want to list here. It's great to just make your search box easy to spot, and both on desktop and on mobile. You have to make sure that your customers are easily finding the search box, because when you think about the search box, what it is, it's the only element on your site that interacts directly with your customers. Your customers can ask questions, where can I find XYZ? And they get answers immediately. So now, depending on what search technology you have, the answers that they receive from your search engine is either bad or good. So we rather want to be on the good side. So if you do have a good search engine already installed, just make sure that the search box is easy to spot for everyone, and also those that get to your site for the first time. Secondly, show search as you type product recommendations. We have seen that in one of the slides, you start typing and you get right away product recommendations below your search box popped up, which takes your users, your customers, straight from the search box to the product detail page, and then hopefully to the shopping cart and the checkout page. So deliver product recommendations as you type. And of course, those product recommendations need to be relevant. Oftentimes you search for something and then you get something else, which you were not looking for. And this even happens on big sites like Amazon. So I have plenty of examples there as well. Third point is optimize search query suggestions with the use of machine learning. So we have seen that example with the red bikinis. Machine learning does a great job. It basically takes the heavy lifting off of product ranking. And this is all about search engines. It's mostly about returning relevant results, and those relevant results need to be ranked in a good way. So Google would not be Google if they would not figure out the smart way to rank their search results. Let's move on here. Point 4, provide a search with a robust speller engine, because oftentimes they type fast or they don't know exactly how to spell the product that they're looking for. That comes often happens with, it pretty much happens in any domain, fashion, tools, pharmacy. Online users oftentimes misspell search queries. So make sure that your search engine understands and knows how to correct them. And again, dynamically ranking products in search results using AI. So this is something that we have seen again in the example as well. Using a natural language processing search just enables your search box understand your customers better, understands them. Doesn't matter how they phrase their query. And then we have, as a second last point here, utilizing visual merchandising to maximize user engagement. So this is the last animation that I showed you with the drag and drop feature, where you can promote your favorite products to the top of the search results. And lastly, all that you do and all that this technology does or doesn't do, you should be able to track that using a third-party analytics technology. So don't rely on the Salesforce analytics that we provide. Check your Google Analytics. Make sure your site search tracking is activated, is enabled. It's really easy to do. If you need to know how to do it, you can reach out to us. I can show in 2 minutes how to do it. And that helps you measure your success. So Google Analytics is a great tool to check and to track also your Salesforce conversion rate increases. All right, so here's a few stuff about what our customers are saying. Here, Salesforce, this is of course only just 2, like on the other apps that we have promoted here and highlighted. We are the highest rated site search technology on Capterra and G2 with a 4.9 rating. And we have been awarded the best site search provider in 2020 by Gartner's Capterra. Best in 2 categories, best in ease of use and best value. So what can you ask more than that? So our customers are quite happy also with the support, not just with the technology and the results. Jeremy, I'm going to leave this last slide to you if you want to take this away.
Oh, great. Thanks, Erwin. Erwin, you are the expert, and all of those recommendations were fantastic. I just want to point out to everybody, like the very last tip that Erwin gave about Google Analytics. A lot of folks, when we engage with them, they don't realize that Google actually can track traffic that is engaging with your search versus not engaging with your search. And you can literally run a report to show things like conversion and ROI from traffic with search and without. And as Erwin was pointing out, that's a great way for us to validate the value of our software, because we can go straight into Google and show a customer, look, we can actually track and see. And like Erwin pointed out, we see huge numbers in these analytics where Google will show ROI from traffic with search, 20, 30, sometimes 100% more conversion and revenue is coming from that traffic. We in fact see some case studies where more than half of the revenue from an e-commerce website is coming from search related traffic, but yet the search related traffic is only 20% of the overall traffic of the site. So these kind of case studies are just phenomenal. So those tips are great. And for anybody who's interested, if you want to connect with us, you can connect here, or you can hit one of our sites, Celebros.com, and just live chat with us too. We'd be happy to answer any questions there. I think we'll have some contact information on the next slide. But to wrap up overall, hold on one sec. Let's go back and touch on. To wrap up overall, again, we started with the fact that we have a concept called eCommerce 360, right? And there's really three ways for the owner of or somebody who drives an e-commerce website to drive the growth of that website, and that's through traffic, conversion, and AOV. And so our goal is to deliver on all three of those. And so today, obviously, we provided some recommendations of some other apps and partners, and then we showed you a bit of Celebros as well. And you saw that Celebros really actually strives to deliver on all three of these, and that is our goal overall. So with that, I just want to thank everybody. Yeah. And Erwin, if anybody wants to reach out to us directly, that'd be great. Celebros is owned by Bridgeline, so you'll notice that we are Siegel at Bridgeline.com and LaDuque at Bridgeline.com. And Bridgeline is a 20-year-old company with not only Celebros under its belt, but just recently we actually acquired a company called WooRank, WOORANK.com. And sorry. And you should check that site out too. The combination of those also drive our eCommerce 360 roadmap, and we're super excited about that.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. So WooRank is a great tool. You can go to woorank.com and download and sign up for a 14-day free trial. And it gives you basically a health check of your website, because it really helps also increasing your SEO and your traffic. If you have a healthy and well done shop, then of course it helps as well. So check it out, woorank.com, Celebros.com. If you want to speak to us, just contact us on Celebros.com. You can always write us an email. The email addresses are posted here. It was a great pleasure demonstrating and highlighting these great technologies out here. Of course, there's a lot more great technologies for Magento and others, but we are here to give more webinars, and we're looking forward to see you again and to greet you again with the next webinar in the near future. We're going to announce that soon.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Erwin. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Thank you.